Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the band jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my J, got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slack.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy? What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you
for being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the Wake Up Show, part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One, aka Mr. Coach Alini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Rio de Janeiro Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy and still the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, Niggero, of Fixes Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The Brazilian ladies, they like to call me Mr. Third Leg Greg.
Your third leg was just phenomenal.
Also the man with no trabajo. I am the Mitch Slapper, also known as the Anointed One.
Acknowledge me.
Also known as the founding father of the After Pill, the Morpheus of the Mating Matrix, the Chocolate Confucius, the Black Moses, the Deliverer. Also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but in case you forget those names, just call me CGA. That is C God Allah NIB. What do I be? I be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. I don't have a sound effect. Okay, no sound effect for that. There it is. I skipped past it. Anyway, great show for you today. This will be a short show. I got some work to do. I got a videographer coming by. We're going to shoot here. This is my last full day here in Rio. Well, technically, I mean, tomorrow's a full day, but it's going to end in a red eye. They treated me well here. The people treated me well. And I definitely got something else following that up.
It's barbecue in there.
All right, so I got to finish my night with a Brazilian date. Maybe you'll see one on my vlogs coming out. All right, I see that one triggered you that I got robbed in Rio. Y'all seem to want to watch that one, but we have more vlogs coming out on the Notorious CGA channel. You can go check that out. And the Brazilian yacht party is debuting and premiering a little bit later on today. I know it's going to be evening time by the time it premieres over here, but it should be well within your afternoon or evening. I don't even know what time it is anymore. But anyway, Great show for you lined up today. We got a woman that says basically she wants to live her soft girl era and she feels entitled and believes she needs to live it. Let's go ahead and give you a preview of the young lady here that is going to talk about this, because this is a topic of conversation that a lot of young men and women are dealing with today, especially young women that are of the Generation Z variety. Here she is, that chocolated piece of calico here on a Takeout Thursday. Let's see what she has to say about living the soft girl life, or the soft life.
Define soft life.
Soft life is ease. A nice, easy life. Like everything is easy. Everything is being taken care of. And I really don't have to do it. If I want to work, I can, but I don't have to do it.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's see, man, look, that's crazy, isn't it? All right, the soft girl life. All right, the soft life. All right, they took the girl out of it. All right, the soft life. I want an easy life. All right, where I don't have to do anything, where your money is our money, and if I make some money, it's my money. All right, we're going to talk about, have you ever been propositioned for a soft life opportunity? You guys are out here dating in the field. So yeah, so pay her bills. She don't want to worry about it. I mean, I've been presented with many of these opportunities over the years. Especially after my divorce, getting back into the dating world. Yeah, a lot of people have said some wild things related to this. And of course, American modern women, they believe that they can get this. Now, of course, what she's saying is, I want to take my beauty and monetize it, aka monetize women, right? So she says, I'm young and beautiful. I'm entitled to being taken care of. I want to be taken care of. No stress. If I want to work, I'll work. But when I work, it's my money. It's not your money. All right. It's not your money at all. And you're like, what?
Okay, daddy.
Isn't this crazy? So if you're in the dating marketplace, even if you're a guy that doesn't have your economics particularly high, all right, you're still being presented with these people that believe they're entitled to this. Is this pure laziness, or is this monetizing her beauty, or what is it? We're going to talk about this. Is it something else? Does she have something to offer? So we're going to hear that. We're going to hear the rebuttal, and we're going to go through some data as well to present my case. But anyway, to contribute to today's show, hit the like button. But it's $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App. No Venmo, but it's Coach Greg Adams TV, but I can't read them. And it is PayPal, paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And yes, you can still super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat. New world order on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Somebody says she's not even hot. All right, let me take a look here. All right, I mean, I can see what she's talking. I mean, she ain't bad. She ain't bad, but yeah, what demographic of people, young women, have this life? Being here in this nice resort over in Baja de Tijuco, or as I call it, Barra de Juco, the house of the Juco. What I've discovered is, I've not discovered this. I've known this. There are kept women. There are women that monetize their beauty and then and take advantage of this. But she comes from a demographic of people where that's not highly possible, because especially, being a dark skinned lady like that, she probably only has black men to choose from. If she wants a white man, she's going to have to do like Eve. And we're going to hear from Eve. Eve has an interesting, the rapper Eve. All right, EVE. She has an interesting take on this soft life as well. So she's going to join us. But yeah, if you want a white man to do it, you're going to have to go over there and do it. Meghan Markle style. New world order. All right, but it's crazy. All right, it's crazy out here. So, women are born with, they believe they're blessed with youth and beauty, and they want to monetize it. As I say, monetized dating is taking over our landscape. But anyway, let's get to the earlier contributors to today's show. How about we do that? And we can get going. Well, Happy New Year to everybody. That's what we want to say here. It is Happy New Year. And if you still in 2024 with your mindset, you fucked up. It is 2025, nigga. The time keep on slipping into the future. Yeah, man. We have to fly like an eagle, man. The 90s definitely ain't coming back. All right, we got some alleged terrorism going on right now. New world order. All right, allegedly, And it's getting hectic already. No government name says the soft girl life seems like entitlement when you consider that men can rent everything that a woman brags about bringing to a man, especially if that man has the means and he's on the dark side, unless he's a sucker for love ass ninja or a corporate guy that's doing that for executive promotion. What say you? Interesting there. Yeah. You know, there's a Ling that's going to speak on this in a little bit, because it is Thursday. I don't have any music for you, but it is Thursday. She's going to speak on that, and she's going to make that point. Well, you made that point, but you're going to hear her say, this is what I can offer you in exchange of you doing X, Y, and Z. But as you said, men can rent that out now, as we call it the gig economy. You know, women have marketed themselves as girl bosses and career-oriented women, and there's still some women out here doing that. I think Gen Z is changing that because they don't want to work. All right, they want to quiet quit and all this shit. But you're starting to see that even the women that are trying to come back and say, well, I'll cook and clean. We're like, I don't need you to cook or clean. There are still some guys out here, man. Listen, believe it or not, there's some Mac ass. I met a ninja out here. And he got a girl for free. Right? And he was caking and showing her around town, and she was busted pill. She looked like a future gordita to me. All right. But you know, he got a freebie. He met her off Tinder, parading her ass around town. I mean, she wasn't all that to me. I was like, damn, nigga. You came all over way around the goddamn ocean to get here to get that. I was like, damn. That's a damn shame. I was like, that's what you parading around, nigga? All right, anyway, I was like, man, free. I tell you, man, free has a cost. Free women cost the most. Because I was like, that's a gordita. And she eating up all the food and drinking up all the drink and shit. I was like, these niggas. Oh, niggas will nig. Niggas will nig. All right, you won't stop a nigga from nigging. All right, man. But of course, she was latched to this ninja. All right. She was latched to that ninja like a hole. I was like, you can't get rid of her now, can you? How's that free looking? It's them hay ices is adding up. All right. Oh man. Them hay ices is adding up. Ninja, she eating up all this food, drinking up all this drink. I hope she paying for this shit because she up in here. All right, anyway. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me act a fool up in here. All right, don't make me lose my cool up in here either. All right, let me check out what PayPal got going on today. Oh, man. And then stuck with her and shit. All right, the whole trip. All right, I'm like, all right, y'all stuck with. I was like, damn, free is a motherfucker. Boy, you could have had 10 other Brazilians. You stuck with that broad. All right. Anyway, he's probably watching the show. He's like, who you talking about, Willis? All right, he's definitely upset that I talked about him. Okay, what else do we got as far as super chats? We got our brother here, Jahari Russell says, salute to you, coach. Brazil, definitely on my list now that you've gone. And I'm promoting Brazil. I got good promotion for Brazil. All right. I haven't put too many booty cheeks on the camera, but I got them. All right. There are going to be some vlogs coming out. Y'all get to see the taste. You get to taste the whatever and whatnot. Shout out to our brother here. It is DJ CVR. Wow, this is a fucking long text. All right, goodness gracious. Man, bruh. All right, I'm going to have to come back to this. All right, there's a lot in here. All right, but let me see something here. This is going to take a while. Man, be careful, man. I know you got some shit in here. This sounds like holy mackerel. Okay, yeah. I ain't going to be able to do all that. Right? I ain't going to be able to. All right. Anyway, shout out to you, man. This is going to take, that would take a whole, that's a paragraph and a half. That's definitely a chapter in the book. Okay. All right. Nah, man. I can't do it, man. Because I'm gonna, you know how much I'm gonna mess this up. All right, but okay. It sounds like an interesting story, just perusing it. All right, it sounds like an interesting story. If we have time, but I'm short on time because I got a videographer coming, and then I got a Brazilian chick coming to the room here in a minute. I mean, later on tonight. So I gotta, all right, I gotta protect my voice. He says, read the first sentence and the last sentence. First sentence. It says, traveling international and still homeless, so forgive the fragility. All right, peace, coach. That's the first sentence. And then there's 2 chats, by the way. There's 2 separate chats, so they're very long. And I'll read the last sentence just so you got it. And so I read it. It says, you're more family than my relatives, coach. Much respect and peace. All right, so that is the last sentence right there. Shout out to you. All right, but that was going to take a long time. All right, I got to get into the show. MC Hamster says, coach, we found out one slip past the goalie, and I'm going to be happy in 2025. All right, shout out to you, man. Get him daddy season in the building. All right, hold on for a second. Do I have a get him daddy? I don't have the get him daddy, but I have this.
Okay, daddy.
All right, one slip past the goalie. Oh, I remember you, MC Hamster. You definitely had an interesting story here. My girl's mom is a real one. We're lucky to have a good family and friends. Please wish us well, and we look forward to the Manosphere 2025 pivot. Congratulations. All right, good luck. All right, anyway. But yeah, they got his ass. All right.
Gotcha, bitch.
That's where all of your money and time's gonna go.
Gotcha, bitch.
Hey, MC Hamster, how old are you? How old are you? My man about to go through it. All right, shout out to our brother, No Government Name. My girl asked for my location. I sent it. I asked for hers, and she said no. She said, we ain't the same. Free agent lifestyle looking better and better. Damn, ninja.
Gotcha, bitch.
Goodness. Woo-wee. Something tells me I need to go back to the basics in 2025. All right, y'all already starting off the year on some bullshit.
Gotcha, bitch.
What is going on with y'all, ninja? Hey, I know I haven't been streaming consistently, but
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I haven't been streaming consistently, and it sounds like y'all went back to simping.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Holy mackerel. I was like, maybe I don't need to do 2 streams a day. Apparently I do. Man. All right, I've streamed like 60% less than I've normally streamed here all year long. I was grinding in 2024. I needed a break, so I didn't burn out. But apparently, you ninjas,
Yeah, bitch.
y'all done went back to the plantation.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
All right, he says right here, wowzers. All right, man, I don't know, man. I'd have to figure out a new schedule. All right, enough about that. Let's get to this part of the show, which is what? Oh, it's Ling Lings? Okay, we got Ling Lings. I guess we can make this a part of Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's see what we'll do here. Yeah, let's do that.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
All right, Straggle and Sniggle. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, you can hear me. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. I guess we need a round of applause. I'm going to get back to it here. Yes. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. What do we got here? We got a Ling Ling that says something that I love when a Ling Ling says to me. And boy, I can't wait to get back to my Ling Lings. All right. The Latina, Brazilian, Afro-Latinas are great, but I tell you. All right. So this Ling Ling has this to say right here, and it's right up my alley, I believe. Here we go.
We're Asian. Of course we have a type. We're Asian. Of course we have a type.
All right. So there we go right there. Of course. She says we're Asian. Of course we got that type punani. Man, damn. Wow.
Okay, daddy.
All right. I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. And she got a whole sweatshirt, man. Boy, oh my Ling Ling. I wonder if y'all can hear my Ling Ling music. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can hear it, because that deserves some fucking music here. All right. I can hear it. You might not be able to hear it. All right. What kind of fuck you give me? All right. Pretty much. Maybe you can hear a little bit of it, but You can hear it. That definitely deserves some music. All right, let's put that shit back up in the background. Let's see what the hell she got to say again. All right, hold on for a second.
We're Asian. Of course we have a typhoon.
All right, hold on for a second. I got to turn it off on the background. All right, but anyway, yes, I'm with it. Right there, you go, right there. Yikes! Oh, it's wet. All right, Ain't nothing like a good ling with that good tight grippy. All right, I'm missing that tight grip. I thought the woman coming. Never mind. That's too much information. I don't want to.
Okay, daddy.
All right. Anyway, they do be having the grippy. All right, they do got the tight. All right, I don't know what it is. All right, the rest of these women ain't here. They be having the hot dog down the hallway. All right, this reminds me of what No Government Name was talking about earlier, or one of the brothers was talking about this earlier about women have priced or women have been outsourced. All of the skills women have are outsourced. So if they are coming back for a soft life, some of the things that they promise, well, you can lease and rent that out now. You can hire a housekeeper or any of that, a maid or anyone, a personal assistant, a secretary. You can hire somebody, a woman to fix your meat, a meal plan chick. But this is an example of the woman saying that as well. We got a Ling right there. And this is what she says. It says, having a point POV, having a girlfriend be like, AKA, well, let's let him play it.
So boring. Hello Kitty. Can you buy it for me, baby? I want. I can cook for you. I can give you ramen. Can I have them all? I promise I'll cook for you. So boring. Hello Kitty. Can you buy it for me, baby? I want. I can cook for you.
All right, so there we go right there. Shout out to Ling.
Okay, daddy.
All right, nice little foldable Ling right there. But somebody mentioned that earlier. We're going to talk about this later with the soft life, where the women are like, okay, there's something I can do for you. Just give me this soft life. But those things can be outsourced now. We don't have to have one girl for it. And even this video is proof positive of the monetized dating life, the monetized relationship, the monetized sexual marketplace. Because as you guys would say, you never pay for pussy. However, she's just admitting that's exactly what you're doing. All right. That's what you're doing. Oh, I see. Because it says point of view, having a girlfriend be like. And what does she say? Buy me things in exchange for punani or cooking. I'll cook for you. And shout out to a Ling. I got a Ling like that. She act just like that. Right. Oh my goodness. So there it is right there. Yes, but listen, it is what it is. I know people don't want to admit it, and y'all want to just find ways to be like, Coach, man, you just doing this. You're just trying to cope for the fact that you be out here. Hey man, don't at me. Don't be mad at me. All right, but there it is. Having a girlfriend be like, buy me stuff. That's it.
Okay, daddy.
I'll cook for you. Why weren't you cooking for me before, Hello Kitty? That's my question. So you're only going to cook because I bought you Hello Kitty stickers? You know what I mean? Like, this is what we're doing. You were supposed to be cooking for me if I had a girlfriend be like, but no. All right, I'll cook for you if you buy me shit. All right, shout out to this young Ling right there. She could get folded up too.
I can give you ramen. Can I have them all?
Yeah, man. I mean, this is another thing. When you date a Ling, they like, unless they're a condescending, Americanized, they went to Cal Berkeley. That's a different Ling. All right. Because I know we've all grown up with West Coast Lings. All right. You know, their parents were sort of fobby, but then they got educated in the system, got rid of their accent. They got the white person's name, Heather and Susie and Jennifer and Whitney and any white name from the 50s, Barbara, Jane. All right. So they got that. And then they done got rid of their accent and they just sound like a Valley girl, a white Valley girl. Yep. Jenna Lee, Jenny Wang. All right. Yeah. All of these bitches. Susie Wong. Any 1950s white woman name, they picked it up. Even the men did it. Bruce Lee. All right, but anyway, what was my point on that? Oh, my point was this. Most of them act like this. Yeah, they do. They act like this. All right, they just get all cute and neotness, right? This is called neoteny, by the way. Pouting, the big eyes, pouting, pointing the stuff. I want.
Okay, daddy.
Give me. And she's got her hair to the side. You know, she follows you around Target like a kitty cat. Meow. Lucy. Yep. That's a white woman's name from the 50s. Technically, Lucy Lou. All right, but anyway, yeah, just follow it. She follows you around like a kitty cat. The best thing is she's mostly quiet. All right, mostly just purring and meow, 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 meow. All right, that's the best thing about them. They just purring and meowing and begging for shit and pointing to it. Me what? I cook ramen. They're really good. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. You gotta like it. I like Lings, but they kind of like kittens. Right, wherever you go, they go. They just be purring on your leg and shit. All right, but I like it. All right, and he win. All right, anyway, shout out to the Ling. It's Thursday, by the way. We have this guy out here, a passport bro. Any man that travels is a passport bro, no matter what race. You leave America with a passport, oh, you're a passport bro. Looking for a wife. So we have a guy out here, passport bro certified, with his Filipina flatback. There you can see it right there, and there he is right there. He done left the country. He didn't left you Americanized modern women in your soft girl life, only to go to the Philippines and get a soft girl. All right. So here we go right here. This man says that she's not a gold digger like American women. All right. It sounds like one guy about cheap tacos too. Well, take a look at that nice little. Okay. Damn. Ling flat back. All right. Let's see what he has to say here.
Hey, oh, she's a gold digger. Something. First of all, I ain't got no gold to. Second of all, I dated some pretty hot women back home as well. And these girls, kind of expected a $200 or euro dinner in a fancy restaurant, every time I took her out. This girl here is the most lowest maintenance girl I've ever had in my life. Like we said, rice and a fried egg is good enough for her, right? She's saving me money. I'm the one who wants to go and have steak and fries sometimes. She's like, babe, let's save money for the house, let's stay in. So she's very family oriented. I feel like I have a teammate now. They say, oh, she's a gold digger something. First of all, I ain't got no gold to.
Oh boy. Man.
Okay, daddy.
My brothers, man, I don't even have the prices wrong for these ninjas, but bruh.
Straight Jack.
You ninjas gonna learn, man. And here's the thing, man. You men gonna learn about life. Just live out your 20s and 30s and then check back with me. Because a lot of young dudes be like, not me, coach. Not my girl. All right. She different. She ain't like the other girls. All right. And then you get your ass over there and then she gets your ass real good.
Gotcha, bitch.
The long game. They're playing the long game. And so, yeah, she might not ask for the soft life directly. She might ask for little Hello Kitty stickers. Can I has hug? But this is gonna be the long game, and she playing the long game, and she gonna be good looking here for another because he looks like he's about 15 years older than her. All right,
Gotcha, bitch.
all right, but yeah, she gonna eventually, it ain't gonna be free. It ain't gonna be cheap tacos and rice, or you gonna eat a lot of fucking rice, or cheap tacos, or whatever he said he was getting over there. All right, but I'm pretty sure, he says, I don't have no gold to dig. She gonna clean you out, bruh. She gonna clean you out no matter what you got. She gonna clean you out. And it sounds nice. And the women in the comment section going crazy on this one. They going in the comment section. He rescued her. And here's the thing. She looks good for us. She definitely looks good. But she's quite common from where she comes from, right? Because she's, to us, it's the same thing when I'm here in Brazil. I was describing it with the brother Skylar, is that, the women here would be considered exotic where we're from, right? Unless you're in Los Angeles or New York or a large city. So these women are exotic to us because only a few get out of the country. and end up where we are. And when they're there, they look quite beautiful to us. We're like, damn, Brazilian women are nice. Now, she ain't even the most attractive woman from Brazil. She's not even the most attractive woman from where she is. But when you come here, you see the rest of the women that didn't leave or couldn't leave. And we're like, wow, look at all of these attractive women. But here's the problem. This is what we have to understand. The men here don't look at Brazilian women like how we look at it. Why? Because they see them every day. They've seen these girls grow up and they've seen these girls. These are common women. These are common. They're quite common. And someone once said this, I believe, I want to attribute it to the right person. But someone once said it, that the women that we get from other countries aren't the best women that we get. So this woman that you see here, I can't tell where she's from. She might be Filipina. And I've dealt with a lot of Filipinas in my life. But there, she's quite common. But for us, she's exotic, right? She's like, wow, look at that. But the men that grew up around them and used to fuck her in the back with the rice patties and shit, they would be like, who? Susie? Susie Wong? All right. Yeah, you can take her. All right. He said, I said it. CGA said. All right, but I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I've seen this. I've lived it. I've seen the same thing in the Dominican Republic, same thing in Mexico, same thing in Europe, is that the best looking women don't always leave and come to the United States. The women that we have here from those regions tend to be either ugly or quite exotic looking. But when you go to their area, they're common. Right? Very common. And this is what we have to understand. This is what we do is we go in and pedestalize them and we say how great she is. But amongst her own people, she ain't that great. She's not that great. All right, but it is right here. He says, I saw Brazilian women that look like skanks. Yeah, bro. I mean, there's skanks all over the place. And by the way, there's skanks all over the place. Like the women here, there's some skanky ass women here too. I mean, there's a whole bunch of women. There's some gorditas here as well. So yeah, I mean, that's what it is. I can't tell you. Not every woman's beautiful here, but the women that are here that are beautiful, they're not seen as beautiful here. They're seen as regular. They're seen that's her right there. Oh, I went to middle school with her. So this happens. This happens, man. Hey, skanks are everywhere. Low life women are everywhere. Strags are everywhere. Beautiful women are everywhere. It's just a fact that you have to understand when you go into their country, they're quite normalized. It is what it is. All right. But you're never leaving hoes and skeezers and skanks. And by the way, when you go to countries like this, third world, selling punani is quite normal. So you will find out sex is normal. Premarital sex is normal. Teenage pregnancy is normal and high. Also, prostitution is high. And women will dip and dabble in 1 or 2 or 3 of those areas before you even get to their land. All right. So by the time you show up and she's 24 and up, trust me, bro, there's a high chance that she done been somewhere. Oh, by the way, man, me and Skylar was out Copacabana New Year's Eve. And when I tell you, you will never know. We saw 2 girls that we know was for the streets, right? And they was out there mixing in, looking normal, conservatively dressed. All right, man. And you would never know. And we saw her. We was like, hey, ain't that so-and-so? Out there with her family, conservatively dressed. And I was like, damn, you really don't know, man. Shout out to 1MT. Anyway, let's keep it going. All right. Keep it going. But you would never know. She was with her fam. I think she was with her mom. She was walking down the street with her mom. And we was like, hey, that's so-and-so. That's so-and-so. Look, there she is. And yeah, what's Skylar? Skylar, what's his channel? Let's go ahead and get Skylar's channel up here. All right. He lives in Brazil, but he used to live in London, I believe. Let's get him some likes over here. Let's give him some likes. Don't pass a scroll. All right, I can't pronounce his last name. DeRuin. There he is right there. There's Skylar. All right, he's here. 20-year U.S. Air Force veteran. He got on YouTube. He was talking more finances. and financial information. He used to go by 1MT, but now Scholar. That's his channel. Go check him out. He's been on YouTube for a minute, man. I mean, he's been on YouTube probably as long as I've been on YouTube, even longer than that. So shout out to him. All right. Anyway, yeah, he's lived everywhere. He's lived, I think he lived in Poland too for a while. He's lived in South Korea or Japan, right? He's been around. Then he's now living in Brazil, but he's from America. Originally, he's from the United States. So by the way, he was one of the people talking about going to Poland before it was a passport bro thing. I mean, I'm not trying to shit on the passport bros. I've never tried to shit on them, but he was talking about that way before it got popular. Right. And what was the other song he used to talk about? He had a song. He had another place that he used to talk about a lot. But anyway, enough about that shit. Enough about that. Let's get back to it. We have Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's get to the sisters. Sisters, you've been on my mind. All right, sister's been on my mind. We have this sister right here. And it says a female reporter turns ghetto in 3 seconds. All right, here we go.
Joyce Evans for the Channel 6 10 o'clock news. Fuck it, we're getting out of this joint.
Oh, man, damn.
Joyce Evans for the Channel 6 10 o'clock news.
Joyce Evans. All right, shout out to her, man. She sounded good, too. Joyce Evans from the Channel 6 News. Okay, shout out to the sister here. Back in the day, 90s sister.
Joyce Evans for the Channel 6 10 o'clock news. Fuck it, we're getting out of this joint.
Wow. All right, that is crazy, man. Hey, man, don't tell me women don't be acting out here, man. All right, because I've seen them, been around sisters. They be acting all good, and then I call it exercise the feminist, and then they go out like Roger Rabbit. All right, yeah, they know how to play a good character. Damn, Joyce Evans would sound like a white woman. And then she said, fuck it, let's get it out of here. All right, shout out to her. She got ghetto in 3 seconds. They all got it in them. It's programmed. Then it looks like Miami-Dade was where it was. Yeah, Miami Police Department. Yep, there it is right there. One more time.
Joyce Evans for the Channel 6 10 o'clock news. Fuck it, we're getting out of this joint.
I like it, man. Shout out to the sister. Fucking getting out of this joint. I love it, man. Yep. Man, that's a funny clip of reporters doing that. Shape shifting and code switching. All right, it's fun too. I mean, I code switch. Everybody code switch. And what else do we have here? Do we have one more? Okay, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have another guy. We have, I guess you could call him a passport bro. I guess he's on a 90-day fiance. Yeah, 90-day fiance. You know what? Can I play this clip? I might get my stream blocked if I play it. 90-day fiance. He went and got him a big booty African. And apparently he has some maxims. He has 20 rules that he's going to give to his big booty African that he's found. Here we go.
I sent Matilda my 20 maxims because I want her to see the rules that I myself live by. I really hope that she takes some of these lessons to heart. She's going to need them when I break the wedding news to her. Okay, so maxim number 1, never do something in anger. Next, slow is right. Right is fast. The time in which it shall happen is always on time.
Damn, he going Andrew Tate on the broad. All right, this is what happens. He done went overseas and got him a big booty African, and he said, I'm going to put down the rules. I'm going to lay down the law. All right, he said, fuck getting in shape and my hairline shaped up. I'm going to give you these maxims. All right, and he's speaking like this with them glasses on. I can't take you seriously, bro. I cannot take this ninja seriously. Okay, so she quiet right now. So let's see what's going on. This could be a quiet riot. Okay, let's see how many more maxims he's got.
Do you understand that? No? And as for number 9, failure is not an option. It is mandatory and required to learn. Number 15. Number 19. Now, number 20 is pick your battle. So
I don't think she knows how to speak English this well. I mean, I commend him for trying to lay down the law. This is not going to work, nigga. If you bring her to America and D1 have, it's not going to matter. None of these, and she don't not even going to sign the contract. She don't even know what you're talking about, sir. She has no clue, right, what you're saying. She said, no, I don't understand. All right, I'm going to tell you anyway.
Okay. Right now, I don't understand. I don't understand what is in that 20 maxim.
I use these 20 maxims every day to help me approach important situations. And I wanted to share that knowledge with you.
But I didn't know what was going on.
I sent Matilda my 20 maxims because I want her to see the rules that I myself live by.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
But by the way, I think she understands. She knows that he's trying to lay down the law. She knows that he's trying to pull rank on her, and he knows that he holds the key to her future to get out of wherever the hell she from. All right, so she knows that. So I don't understand. I don't understand my brother. All right, you understand what I'm talking about. Lay down the law. All right, listen up. Or as best, what you need to do is shut up when I tell you to shut up. Yeah. Shut up. All right, but yeah, man. All right, nice try, sir. I mean, he a little too goofy for this. I can definitely know he's not pulling this on an American chick. All right, that's why he got his ass over there looking like he have George Jefferson. Okay, trying to pull this shit. Right, and I'm gonna tell you, see, he's got leverage over her. Right, wait till she gets to America. Is she gonna listen to none of that? All right, and I know you guys like your wet dream. You guys have a wet dream. Pause. She a Nigerian. He better stay in Africa, all right, because he ain't bet not come over here with this bullshit. All right, but the man's wet dream is to control the woman, right? That is the wet dream of the red pill guys. And most of these red pill guys that have this wet dream, they're nerds, goof ass niggas, right? Did you see the Andrew? I shouldn't even talk about this, but this reminds me of the leak with Andrew Tate and Justin Waller. I'm gonna do a video on the Coach Greg Adams channel about this. It has been leaked out of their war room, and it's really unappealing shit, right? But it's like the wet dream of men to put their bitches in check type shit that I laugh at. You know, I'm not on one accord with this goofy shit. All right, I'm like, you niggas don't learn, bro. Life is too long, bro. You're gonna have to remember, you're gonna be 40 talking that shit, and 50, constantly putting a broad in check. But niggas love to think I'm gonna get control of my broad, and I'll be like, nigga, no, you're not. I got control. I had plenty of bras in check. Okay, where they at now? Right, where they at? Where are they now? Not with your goof ass. So shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Shut up. She ain't there no more. How was she in check? Now she not in check. Where's she going? All right. Anyway, did she leave you? I bet she left you. And you went on a red pill rage. All right. But these dudes, man, it's the wet dream of these nerd PUAs and pickup artists and niggas that can use the internet, that they go control their girl, give her 20 maxims, and then they play all these games. When are you going to get to the bag when you're paying all these games? These niggas will be crazy with this. But these red pill guys, man, coach, man, we just need to teach a girl, teach them how to keep in check. No, you don't. You need to teach how to dump a broad and replace her. That's what you need to do. Just replace her. She went bad. She spoiled. All right, it's over. It's over. Just get rid of her. Get another one. They're a dime a dozen out here. I need to train her up. Why? So she can leave? Because she's gonna leave. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna do a video about Andrew Tate's leak with Justin Waller. Absolute cringy shit. All right, but again, it's the red pill rage. It's the red pill guys that are out here promoting this need and desire to control women. All right. And I'm like, dude, you guys are wasting your time, just to let you guys know. Anyway, Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's get into some super chats. Appreciate y'all for being here. It's been a great show. All right, let's see if we can get some chats. What are we doing here? All right, what are we doing here? Oh, y'all niggas. Oh, y'all broke. Okay. All right. That's what he said. All right. He's like, we got no money, coach. It's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. Wake up. Okay. Since y'all didn't donate, I'll read that long ass message. Angry little dude says, yo, Sensei, thanks for subsiding my anger. Us men need you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, brother, in 2025. I got to get used to saying 2025. By the way, when I was a kid, 2025 seemed like an impossible time. All right, so let me see what we got on the PayPal. And there is some action on the PayPal, so I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge them. And then the other action, I'm going to read the long-ass chat. All right, since there's less action. But Kaylin is here. Let's acknowledge Kaylin in the building in 2025. What's up, coach? When women use the word era in anything, you can't trust them long-term. Eras only last for a period of time, and then women will switch up like it's nothing. Their feminism made them understand, undeserving, is that what that is? Their feminism made them undeserving of having a soft girl life, especially when men are the ones settling and getting them at their worst. Yes, the rhythm, the rebel. Yes, that makes sense. Yes, they're settling for men that are in the soft. When they want to go soft girl, they'll settle for a guy that gives them a soft girl life. It's synonymous with women that like nice guys. Women that like nice guys are typically settling for that nice guy in her mind, right? Oh, nice guys finish. They finish last, but it's okay. All right, you should be okay with finishing last. So once they find the guy that can give them, if they do find them to give them a soft girl era, they are considered used up from the male perspective. From our perspective, they were women that didn't want us, not a hot, and we hot, and they all own us. 100%. Shout out to our brother Pug Dad. And Pug Dad first in 2025 with a sponsorship. Shout out to you. He says, happy holidays, Ninja. He says, when you back in the desert, let's get some Shucks Tavern on our side of town. Bring back some of those ladies from Brazil. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, man. You know what? 2025 CGA World Tour starting in 2024. But you know what? New world order. We're going to have our first meetup in Las Vegas. I don't know when, but it may be January or February. But we're going to do our first meetup for everybody in the Desert Storm. All right. Or anybody that can get to Las Vegas. We're going to have our first meetup coming up in 2025. And we may be going city to city on this tour. So, you know, and dude, I planned a tour before COVID. I don't know if you guys remember this. I was going to do was it before or during COVID? I think it was during COVID. No, I think it was before. So we were going into 2020. We were going to start doing city to city tour. I was going to get a bus and security team. And then COVID happened, which pissed me off. I was like, fuck it. All right. So, and then in order to do the tour, then all of these hotels had these COVID restrictions that everybody was going crazy over it in 2020. So I was like, I can't do it. But here we are 5 years later. And please, guys, let me tell you, do not ask me to come to your podunk town. Do not ask me to come to your podunk town. There's only really about 8 cities that I need to go to. And if I'm going near your city, get your ass in the car and go there. Do not ask me if I go to Cleveland to go to Cincinnati. Nigga, no. I'm not going to Cincinnati. Okay, so if I'm close, nigga, get in the car, meet me halfway. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to have me go, oh, coach, man, look. See, I heard you was in New Orleans. Why don't you come over to Jackson? New world order. I'm not coming to Jackson. I'm not coming to these little ass cities and shit. All right. All right. Anyway, come to where? Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to Memphis. Okay. Cities that I'm not going to. Memphis. That is the first city I'm not going to. And Atlanta might be number 2 because a couple of these places I'm probably banned and niggas YNs are waiting for me. All right. Baltimore. I'm not going. Milwaukee. No. I'm not going near these places. No, Gary, Indiana, any town that I dissed, I'm not coming towards. No, I'm not going to any of these places. All right, because these ninjas is gonna be waiting for me when I come through. So, and oh, by the way, the invitations will go out initially to the patrons. So anybody on Locals and Patreon will get the invitations first, and if they sell out before then, it is what it is. All right, but anyway, they just want me to come. Coach, man, you close, man. Just come over to Columbus real quick. Maybe I'll go to Columbus. Which one's in the middle? Columbus? Is Columbus in the middle? Maybe I'll just go to Columbus. Columbus, Ohio, I still think I'm good at. All right, but I'm not coming to Nap City and Naptown and Atlanta, Straglanta, Zone 6, ass ninjas. No, sirree, Bob. Y'all ninjas ain't going to catch me slipping. My security going to be tight, too. All right, anyway. We got a couple of other brothers. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Shout out to MC Hamster about to have a baby. Deshaun Rose says, Happy New Year's, Coach, and thanks for sharing your experiences in Brazil. Anyway, on to the next new year for more great shows, and I'm here for it, man. I think the shows are going to be better, with the evening shows taking a slight twist. All right, they're going to be outside the norm. Not in the first week, but in the second week. Pro LeGrand, 22-year-old Coach Gang, and he says Charleston White just said F Tariq Nasheed and guys like that. He says, who just sits behind the camera and talking, never exerting any action? Coach, you were right again about the anti-hero, which is Mr. White. He's an anti-hero, and he's hard to really figure out what he's looking to do. I wish Charleston White safety. He is really taking a reckless pursuit of social media, and he says some good things. He is a very educated guy, and he's taken this particular route to get attention, and he admitted that he's playing a character and he's using this way to get attention because the legit way was not good enough, right? He tried to do it in the suit and the tie, and he's tried to go to city council and educate people about reading, and nobody wanted to hear it. Ninjas don't read, right? Ninjas don't read. So when he starts to act like this, then people get their attention. But unfortunately, you're going to get some negative attention. So I do wish Charleston White all the safety in the world into your pursuit as a social media content creator. All right, so just chill out. All right, do what you got to do. And another thing, man, ninjas don't read books. So, but then they complain when you come out with a course. Like I can make way more money with a course than I can with a book, because even today, people won't buy the book because they just ain't gonna read it. So anyway. All right, anyway. Yeah, be careful with these people, man. I don't want no beef. I don't start no shit and static with a lot of these people, because the American black man is broken, and the black woman. I was with a brother from Brazil, and he said as much in his travels in the world, and I've said as much as my travels in the world. This is why it's imperative for young men, especially black men, to travel. This has been part of my philosophy since the beginning. One of the reasons is because the American black people are broken. And we've been broken due to the peculiar institution of slavery, and we've never recovered. In fact, I don't think we ever will. But we're a broken people, and our mentality has really been crushed so much over centuries of abuse and whatnot, and even into the 80s and 90s. It's been terrible. But as such, we are really self-destructive. And as a sense, it's almost like there can't be two of us. There can only be one. And we've seen this in the red pill amongst even black content creators, but certainly some of the white content creators in the red pill space or the manosphere have been self-destructive as well. And they've literally self-destructed, in a sense, trying to compete for the one space as the godfather, the top G, the celebrity of the space. And you've seen them self-destruct. And thus, I see this with Tariq Nasheed here, and I see this with Charleston White. And what we have to do is there can only be one. There can't be many. There can't be a group. There can't be a force. There can only be one. So what they do is, in their ascent to the top, instead of becoming better, they just call people out, and they expose people, and they take shots at people. in order to gain attention. It's sad to see. And that comes from being broken people. And even people that are wise beyond their years can fall victim of this type of thing. And it's very sad. Very sad to see that there can't be, the HNIC, the head nigga in charge complex. But this comes from being a broken people. But of course, you know, you got to see that it's pretty much is elsewhere too. But you got to definitely get out. All right. Anyway, he says too much time has passed now. Get over it. Well, no, I see what you're saying, but you know, people can get over it, but there's so many people still broken from it that they can't get past it. They're never going to be, meaning that when they get together with their family, that's all they can talk about. Right. And they still have generations of people that have victimized themselves and become victims of these issues. The crack era. You still got these people alive. You have people that were alive probably during, you know, the early parts of the, you know, might have been children during the Jim Crow era. Then you have the crack baby eras. Then you have the people that are still alive in the Vietnam War era. It's just too many people that have been damaged and broken. And when they get together, that's all they can talk about is the broken part of themselves and being victims and not progressing forward. And check this out. If you're a person from that family that escapes it, you're the black sheep. They'll literally ignore you. They'll ignore you. You'll be living your life and they'll be like, well, why he ain't come to Tupelo to come see me? You traveling the world, but you can't come to Tupelo? I ain't coming to fucking Tupelo. You see what I mean? Like that's what we're talking about, because they want you to be in their despair. They want you to be in their sunken place. And you're just escaping it. You're like, nah, I'm a free agent. You know, like you need to come see your family in Tupelo. No, motherfucker, you need to go on a family vacation to Brazil. They can't do it. Some of them scared to get on a plane. Some of them ain't got the money. Some of them want to do nigga shit when they get to Brazil. Some of them scared of Brazil. You know they gonna snatch your chain. Don't wear your chain then. Right? You know they gonna do something to us. They gonna put us back in slavery in Brazil. So you see what I'm talking about? Like a lot of people don't want to be free. They want to be stuck in a broken, sunken place. It is what it is. Anyway, yep, they'll literally stop talking to you. They won't communicate with you. They won't talk. They'll just see you on the internet living your life. He's selfish. Right here. He's selfish. All right. Anyway, man. Hey, man. Look, part of you becoming a free agent is you got to deal with your family first. It starts with your family. You got to know how to dispatch and deal with them, because if you can't deal with them, you certainly can't deal with it when it comes to women. All right. We got It's an Evil World We Live In. Then it's the main event. All right. Anyway. Yeah. They don't know. They don't want to get on the plane. Oh, what the fuck? But, you know. All right. So anyway, it's an evil world we live in. No fucking sound effects. I ain't got time for this shit. All right. Anyway, let's see here. It's an evil world we live in. All right, I'll do it. I'm a professional here. I think I have it. There it is.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, what do we got first on? It's an evil world we live in. What happened? I don't know what happened. All right, it's an evil world we live in. This woman says that she doesn't understand men that have multiple girlfriends. Okay. And she wants clarity on how men are able to use time management skills. Again, you all pay with time to manage their stable or roster of girlfriends. All right. So here's the woman right here. Let's play her clip all the way through.
Nobody on the face of this earth with better time management skills than a man with multiple girlfriends, because I don't understand how they do it. How are you able to spend enough time with multiple women to convince them you're exclusive, to go out, to stay over, to have dinner, to do all these things with multiple women while you still have a job? I'm not understanding, because I only have school and work, and I feel like there's not enough hours in the day. If I had to do school and work and manage 2 boyfriends on top of that, I would lose my mind. So I need these men to come to the front and start a time management boot camp. Not because I want multiple boyfriends, but because I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. There's nobody on the face of this earth with better time management skills than a man with multiple girlfriends. Because
all right, let me stop it right there. She looks like the type of girl that I would have multiple girlfriends on. All right, she definitely looks like that, and she sounds like it, because this is where you're making your mistake. This is where you're making your mistake. You're using your boyfriend or your perceived boyfriends as elf on the shelf. All right. So we talk about this of how you become prioritized in your relationship. Her boyfriend is little more than a stepping stone to all of the other things that she has going on that she just mentioned. And oh, by the way, it wouldn't surprise me if she was a single mother. So if she has children, this is what happens when you try to get older people together, is that older women tend to have a lot more distractions. And when I say older, I'm talking older than 30, 31. What they're trying to do is get their career, position themselves, look for jobs, put their resume out there, go on job interviews. Then they got their job that they got now. Then they also have going back to school. All right, so she's trying to go to school and get her certification and then try to climb up the ladder at where they are, or if it's not going well, they're trying to put out feelers in these other places. They're still trying to build their network, and it's quite confusing because you only have a little bit of time. Once you hit 40, it's kind of like, ooh, shit. All right, you better be somewhat knowing what you want to do, because if you career shift or get laid off, it's a wrap. Okay, so that's number one. So if she does have a dating relationship, it's normally a guy that she only makes herself available to twice, maybe 3 times a week. So she's got her job and school and kids events. And now when she's dating, she's 30, 35, 40. She's now dating someone that she only sees 2 times a week, 3 times a week tops. Yep, that guy's going to have multiple girls. All right. He's elf on the shelf. You just take him off the fucking mantle when you need him and you put him back on. And then when he's on, you think he's just going to sit there and wait. So that's where you're fucking fucked up. That's the number one. So any woman that wants a man that they're going to be faithful to, and you only see him a couple days a week, or God forbid, a long distance relationship, which some of you jokers do. Long distance, they'll live in another time zone and then be like, he cheated on me. Bitch, that ain't your girl. You're not in a relationship that long. Hell no. And if you're a man in a long distance relationship, slap yourself. Let me rephrase it. If you're a man in a monogamous long-term relationship, smack yourself silly. That is the dumbest thing you can ever do as a man. No, it's not. It's one of the dumbest things, though. So you're trying to be Superwoman, and then you're only seeing a guy and satisfying him twice a week, maybe 3. Good luck. Good luck. All right, there's no way that guy is not going to be seeing multiple women. So you're saying, what is this time management skills? Now, let's talk about the other side, the adverse side for men, is that having a rotation of women, certainly these women aren't free. It's going to cost you a lot, especially if you got to be in the satisfying department with 3 women in 1 week. So, yeah, man, there are ways to do it. It's just that it is not sustainable long term. And then you'll be saying, I don't want to be a player no more. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. You'll get tired. You're going to build up fatigue of this. But, men will go through this in their 20s and 30s. Certainly by the time you get in your 40s, you don't have the energy for this. If you can bottle up the energy, there ain't enough ginseng, enough motherfucking blue pills, Niagara, Cialis. It takes you a while. Your refractionary period and your recovery time takes a while. So if you got to be piping down 2 and 3 girls in a week, you can do it, but you're not going to be very efficient at it, and certainly ain't going to be long stroking them. Okay. You don't have the time for this. You don't have the time for it, nor the energy. And then God forbid, you're working out and you got to get up and stay fit. And then on top of that, work on your mental health, work on your job, then it's going to be very time consuming. Now, what you have to do is possibly get to a point where you control your work schedule a little more instead of the 9-to-5 grind. If you can control your work schedule and you have gaps, then you can start filling in women in the gaps. So as a means to answer her question, here's what I would say. If I have a schedule that I can control, I can put women in certain gaps. My afternoons are open. You're never going to have an afternoon open, but there's a woman that has afternoons open and no evenings. Boom, put right there in the slot. the afternoon babe. Then there's the woman that can never spend the night. Then there's the woman that can't spend the night. What women can't spend the night? Woman that is typically has children, or she has to get up early for work. She'll never spend the night. Okay, I know when I can see you. Then there's girls that are weekend lovers. Weekend lover. Then you got girls that are just for the weekend. Then you got this is where Slow Tuesday came from. Then you got Slow Tuesdays. Girls you'll never see on a Tuesday, but you'll only see on a Friday or a Saturday. Then you got girls that'll spend the night for the weekend. Friday, Saturday, back home Sunday. Then you got girls that'll never spend the weekend. We can spend the night tonight. Then you got girls come over for quickies. There's a whole bunch of motherfucking girls. See, but the problem is all of these women tend to eventually want a relationship. And it's like, never. If I only see you in the afternoon, you're never getting a relationship. You're just a weekend girl. You're a nooner. You're just a nooner. Yep, you a part-time lover. So this is what she doesn't realize, is that she probably fits a certain demographic that you can never offer enough to a guy like that for him to settle down. That's just explaining both sides of this complex conversation here. All right, but yeah, man. Then there's girls Slow Tuesday. There's a girl that I've seen, like if I seen a girl on Saturday or Sunday, I don't need to see her Tuesday. But let me get the Snow Tuesday girl in here. All right, get the fat girl in here, bang her out. I know she don't need nothing. She barely need a muffin. I mean, I had some Slow Tuesdays. They would drive an hour away. All right, drive an hour away, get that 20-minute good pushing for the cushion. All right, and they back in their car, right, going back home. I'm like, hey, I guess it works out for her. Eventually, she wants a relationship, and they'll be like, let's do something on the weekend. Oh, baby, you're Tuesday. And you know I got other freaks. All right, but anyway, this is what she said, and I'm going to play it again because she doesn't get it. She doesn't have much to offer. And let me see, is there car seats in the back? I don't see car seats in the back. But you don't have much to offer. Plus, you were kind of a merp-ass bitch. All right, but anyway, let's see here.
Nobody on the face of this earth with better time management skills than a man with multiple girlfriends, because I don't understand how they do it. How are you able to spend enough time with multiple women to convince them you're exclusive to go?
Hey, man, listen, ladies, and ladies that are listening right here. Yeah, she talked too much, so she way too annoying for me. All right, I would be like, nah, bitch, you got to go after about an hour or so. But if you're never a spend the night type of girl, this is why I always say relationships and dating is for young people. Because as you get older, you don't have the ability nor the great desire to spend multiple nights with a person. Right? You got to go to work on the next morning. You got to get your shit ready for work. You got to finish up your email project. Like, you don't got time. You know, you're always thinking about something else. You're trying to give up some pussy and have some fun and relax. But then you're like, oh, I got to go home and get ready for work. I got a work presentation. So you're never going to be in a state where you could just spend the night like that. So therefore, you're just going to be someone that passes time. Come at 8:30, 8 o'clock, you out the door by 9:30. We're all done. Then I'm probably not going to see you for 3 or 4 days because you got shit going on. Well, go do it. But you definitely ain't getting girlfriend tag, right? This crazy. Right? But I thought you wanted a girlfriend. Nah, baby, man, I'm going to see you 2 times a week. If that. And it's going to be rushed. And then the weekend going to come and I'm going to be like, oh, I'm doing something else.
Go out, to stay over, to have dinner, to do all these things with multiple women while you still have a job. I'm not understanding, because I only have school and work, and I feel like there's not enough hours in the day.
There you go. There's your answer. You have school and work. And then you also probably have a dog, and you might have nieces and shit that you need to get through, and quinceañeras from your cousin and family events, and you want to go see your madre and abuela. I mean, you got all of these things going on, baby. You ain't relationship material, and I'm certainly not going to start going to this shit with you. So guess what? I'm going to see your ass 2 times a week, 8:30 to 10, beat them guts, and then go home. Yep, that's it. Right, dude? It's not that hard to figure out. That's not time management. And there's not much I could say to you during the day text messaging you. Right? Text messaging you, I can't text you throughout the day. And all I can give you is come over here, leave here, had a good time, good life, have a good life. All right. But as a man doing this, it's very time consuming. So yeah, she is right. How do you have the time to manage it? It is exhausting. So, you know, this is another dream of men to be just have a rotation of women. But I'm going to tell you, enjoy it. I mean, you know, it's exhausting. Just put it like this. When you get older, it's not something that you want to continue all the time. You know, you're going to go through your time like where you'd be like, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of changing the sheets, the pillowcases. I'm tired of going with the mini vac over my bed sheets and the pillowcases, trying to get all the loose hairs. I'm tired of getting the Swiffer to sweep up all the hair in the bathroom after she done combed her hair out and left. You know, you'd be like, I'm tired. You know what I mean? That's the third shower of the day. Third shower of the day. I'm tired of rinsing off my dick in the sink. I'm tired of going STI checks. Checking if I got STI. Checking if I'm pissing out razor blades. I'm tired of my room stinking like punani. I'm tired. I'm tired of listening to these bitches just talking. Blah, 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 blah. Just let me get to it. Right. Yep, I'm tired of taking off the sheets and shit, putting down towels so I don't have to change the sheet tonight. It's just, and then people are saying that she probably cheats too. Yeah, I mean, she got multiple dudes too. But then what happens is you get tired and you get rid of all your hoes. And yep, you tired of Febreze. I got to buy damn, I'm out of Febreze. I got a Febreze in rooms. Tired of lighting candles. Damn. Just let me get rid of all my hoes. I'll keep this one. And then you'll keep one and it'll be this broad and she'll cheat on your ass. You'll be like, wait a minute. Hold up for a second. I got all my hoes for you.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right. Anyway, it's tiring, man. Just I know for y'all guys that if you don't have a rotation, if you monk mode, trust me, you. Right. It is what it is. All right. Anyway. We got another one. That's the evil world we live in. Somebody brought this up earlier today in the show, essentially saying that there's a double standard. I can't remember the example you gave, but let me play this video. The double standard of having a relationship. You guys want relationships. Here you go. This is the goofy shit that some of you have to deal with. There's a double standard in social media behavior. Here we go.
Hey, babe, I don't like you following this girl. Can you delete her, unfollow her, block her?
Okay. And done.
Cool.
I got you, babe. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
I see that your ex followed you, and he's been commenting on some of your pictures. You've been replying. Okay. That's not cool. Can you unfollow him?
Unfollow him?
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that.
Whoa, wait. Are you being, like, toxic right now? Like, is this, like, a possessive thing? Like, I don't like that. That's narcissist?
That's your ex.
Okay, and now you're my ex. Get out. Please.
This is my house.
Now you're throwing your money in my face? Oh, please, just leave. Hey, babe, I don't like you following this girl. Can you delete her, unfollow her, block her?
Okay, yeah, man, boy, I tell you, man, and these are the things right here. These are the things I'm coach, man. I need a girl, and you can't get a girl. Dude, I've had many women in my life, and as I say, the women in my life bring confusion and shit. So like Lino and New Jack, I'll cancel that bitch. All right, but yeah, there you go right there. That is a tremendous double standard, and they played that out in a great theatrical skit. And people go through those real things, right? This is a real conversation between many of the people who are dating that don't need to be dating each other. And then you'll tell me about the good times of your relationships, but you'll leave this part out. And I'll be like, yo, there you guys go, wasting your time paying again. These are the things people complain about. And yeah, she's like, I can tell you what to do in terms of your behavior. Why would a man like a girl's bikini pictures? And then the girl saying that is an OnlyFans girl. Well, that's work. That's different. We've heard many women say that. We've heard 2 porn stars say that. Well, my boyfriend's mad when I go to get my cheeks clapped at work, but it's work. It's different. And then they were like, what if he has a girlfriend on the side? She was like, nah, he can't have a girlfriend on the side. You said it was just sex. Like, what the fuck?
Gotcha, bitch.
So then, yep, you're controlling me, Or yeah, when I was married, you're throwing your money in my face. I was like, what money? It was like, what money? I mean, we don't even have that much money. But, you know, when people are in a bad situation, they do feel the need to grab at these situations here. Now you're controlling me. You're abusive. And you're financially abusive.
Okay. And done. Cool. I got you, bro. Hey, babe. I see that your ex followed you, and he's been commenting on some of your pictures. You've been replying.
Okay.
That's not cool. Can you unfollow him?
Unfollow him?
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable
What?
with that.
Whoa, wait. Are you being like toxic right now?
There you go. Yeah, and he looking at her like, yep.
Gotcha, bitch.
Are you being toxic now? Sad to see, man. You're being toxic, narcissistic, and abusive and controlling. Right? You're insecure. You already know this is happening. And then now you're like, Coach, what do I do, Coach? Coach, man, what do I do when? I'm like, what do you mean, what do you do when? You leave her. Dump her.
Gotcha, bitch.
Dump that bitch. I ain't got no time for this shit. Like, I don't play games like this, guys. Like people think Coach Man don't have no solutions. Yeah, because I don't play games. I'm not crazy. If you want to drive yourself crazy with this, go ahead. But Coach, what I'm supposed to do when one of my girls do this? And I say, well, I don't deal with it like this. Coach ain't got no solutions. See, you want me to solve for this goofy shit. My solution to it is dump her. Like, do not play this game, guys. I'm going to tell you. If you play this game, you can't win. This is going to be a war of attrition. And women have enough time for petty shit.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
They got way too much time for pettiness. And they love to argue this shit. You're being abusive. No, I'm not. I'm not being abusive. I just think it's a double standard. That's not a double standard. It's different. It's not the same when I do it.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
Done. All right, trust me. I don't have no time for this, man. All right, and they've got time for the petty shit. So please understand when you're coming over here, go. What do I do when my girl does? That's why I'm a free agent, because they're gonna do it, and when they do it, now you got to solve for it. And as the psychologist once said, right? I'm gonna tell you what the psychologist said, and I don't have the clip, but he said it was a you know who-ish older couple, and they said 70%, near 70% of relationships. Let me say it again. Nearly 70% of problems in relationships are unsolvable. Unsolvable. I'm gonna say it again. And I did a show on this. Nearly 70% of all problems in relationship have no solution. Meaning, like, there's no concession, there's no compromise, there's no permanent solution. There's nothing. It's just there, right? It's something that you got to live through. Somebody got to take the L. Somebody's got to concede. Somebody's got to say, well, you know, I'll choose my battles better. There's no solution. But there are problems that are going to exist regardless. And what people will say is, Coach, well, if you having these problems, you're not doing this. No. It's not true. You guys got to just understand that there's the problem's going to be there. Whether you solve for it, it is a temporary solution. Right? But you think you're going to solve all of these problems and put all these fires out and put every thumb and finger in the goddamn dam to prevent it from breaking? Eventually, it's going to be a breaking point. Right? We've all had that. And there was a breaking point, and we said, that's it. Right? It was the red flag. It was the, what do you call it? It was the, they call it on dating apps. It was the no, I can't remember what they say. I can't remember what they call it. But if it exists, it's a no-go. What is it called? Anyway. But yeah, there's going to be one of those situations. And then especially then if somebody's trying to manipulate someone else, it's cooked. Non-negotiables. Thank you. Non-negotiables. Some things are non-negotiables, and you got to just be like, okay, I'm not negotiating that. That's an example. And everything could be right, but if you have a non-negotiable that you can't live with, non-negotiable, you got a deal breaker. Yep, deal breaker. That's solving it. But living through it and trying to live through it with the woman is the variable. She's the X factor. She's the X factor. I can't control for her behavior, so I can't control for her psychological development. and you want me to solve for some shit like that, it's a no-go, man. And so the free agent lifestyle is about protecting yourself. The minute you get involved with that, ask yourself this: how much time do you have?
Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, I got time, cuz.
Okay, in your 20s, you might have a little bit of time. You working at the Jiffy Lube, 7-Eleven and shit. You playing basketball at 24-hour fitness. You coming home, you ain't got kids, and you got a fucking job that you hate. You got a little bit of time. When you're in your 30s, you start to have less time and patience for this shit. Not only that, you've already been through it a couple times, so you already know what's coming, and you're like, okay, here we go. When you're in your late 30s, you're like, I got no time.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
Right? I got no time. This is nothing. This is going nowhere. Okay, you gonna stay on your shit? Go ahead. All right. Anyway, so good luck with that. And then we have this clip right here, right before the main event. We have this clip. This is probably gonna get me blocked. All right, but we'll play it anyway. This is Clint Eastwood. I don't know what movie it's in, but this is a legendary clip. Let's go ahead and play this clip.
Don't you want a woman of your own?
What for?
Share your name, bear your children, be a companion.
They asked me to quit drinking, quit gambling, save my money, and to bitch about her aches and pains all day? No, thanks.
Don't you want a woman of your own?
What for?
Share your name, bear your children, be a companion.
They asked me to quit drinking, quit gambling, save my money, and to bitch about her aches and pains all day? No, thanks.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
Shout out to Clint Eastwood right there. I should get this nigga The Price is Right. All right. There you go right there. Price is Right. At some particular point, coach, man, we need solutions. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Shout out to Clint Eastwood. Shout out to Marty McFly and Clint Eastwood. No, thank you. All right, I'll just die of liver failure. He's like, forget it. Why you got all this stress and you got all these aches and pains? All right, man, a brother I met yesterday down at Mab's in Copacabana. He brought this up. Great point here. And a lot of people don't realize this, but there's some, even I can make this a little bit biblical and tie it in. And we talk about this all the time. Is that the men, you're going to work. All right. You're going to work. There's no getting around it. Some of you guys will be able to hit a lick and do less work. But if you actually see people that have actually become successful, one of the things that they do to become ultra successful is they really work. The people who stop and play end up fooling up their money. And, there's never enough money. Like you can have $15 million and still go broke. That's how crazy it is. And if you don't want to live that, please find somewhere else to live. I understand it. That kind of sucks to have that type of success and lose it all, because life is long. You made your money in your 30s and 40s. That money might not last in your 60s and 70s, so it gets kind of rough. But he brought this up. And for the men that don't want to hear it and that your value is going to be attached to your ability to attain or retain income or money, I want you to think about this. Think about this. One of the things that we talk about, people bring up the sins in the sins of the kingdom of Adam and Eve. And the sin was that Eve exposed him to the forbidden fruit. And Eve exposed them to the forbidden fruit. And then once they had this from the tree of knowledge, they were able to show each other and become aware of each other's nakedness. There's a lot in that story. And it's a story a lot of people point to. One of the punishments that God gave to Adam and Eve, because Adam was supposed to oversee Eve and make sure she was not tempted by the temptations of the flesh and not given as much knowledge, right? He was supposed to oversee her, and he failed in this ability to keep Eve in check as ordained by that Lord in that story. And one of the punishments was what? What was one of the punishments? We often reflect back on what the punishment was for the woman, but our brother Lamar out there, I believe he's from Cincinnati, met him last night. And he said, Coach, talk about this part. And he said this, and I was like, I don't think we really hammered that point home. One of the sins, one of the punishments for Eve, EVE, and for women were that they were going to be made to experience excruciating pain in labor. Okay? Excruciating pain in labor, right? Childbearing and childbirth was going to be pain, and that pain was going to be experienced through what they call labor. And somebody just mentioned this. Adam also experienced the punishment in labor. And I said, oh, shit. So both of their punishments were labor. However, Adam was made to work. His punishment, you're going to work until you die. You got to get to work, bitch. And I said, I don't think I've ever told that story that way. You're going to till the land. You're going to work. You're cursed with work. And we are at this point, if you think about it, this is where both of our problems are right now between men and women. Women are looking at them laboring and messing up their body and producing heirs to the throne for you as a sense of a punishment for themselves. Why should I have his kids? Even when they have your kids, she remembers that labor and she says, why am I doing this with you? Why am I doing this for you? Why am I the one raising the kids and you're out working, as if he's on vacation? So she wants to assume this labor position instead of laboring to have children. She wants to pursue the punishment of labor in terms of work, like you do. Like, this is how weird and sick we've gotten. And I said, that is a great story. So shout out to Lamar from Cincinnati. I believe that was his name. And he said that is actually the facts that we're doing right now. Although you don't have to be religious or spiritual or a believer to believe that story, that men and women were meant to labor as a punishment for disobeying their God, right? Great story, right? That's where we're at, right? That's where we're doing right now. So when I tell you as a man that you cannot get around this, well, then when you put that sort of context around it and you say, well, they knew this for many, many years, centuries, millennia, that what we're going to do as men is we're going to work, we're going to labor, and the women are going to labor, and that's going to be our result. We can't change it. But I think we're both going to a situation as men and women. We're trying to change this, and it's unchangeable. We're gonna do this. This is what we must do. This is what we must do, and it is what it is. So anybody out here trying to be a gigolo and think you're gonna live the soft life, and the women that are trying to pursue the soft life, and to the extent where they still try to control that they're not gonna labor and produce children, produce heirs, and keep this thing going, we see that the devil's got his hands on the minds of the people. Interesting, man. Yeah, we built for work. Our shoulders, everything's built for work, man. Angry Man said this one time. You know, women ain't built for work. Now, the conditions that we live in today, it allows them to. Air-conditioned offices, technology. They're kind of built for it, but even they get tired. And what do? Well, I want a soft life, or they retire early, or, you know, they hit their 50s or early mid-50s. Women typically by the mid-50s, they're done. They're done trying to climb up the ladder. They hit the glass ceiling. There's exceptions to that rule. But according to my science and research, women by about mid-50s are done working. They done grinding it out. They're ready to settle down and put that bunion in a motherfucking nice pot of water. Okay, retire early. They done with the grind and the political red tape and the bureaucracy. You know, you do have exceptions to the rule, but again, with feminism, they're gonna have to work. They can't get around this, but they're trying to get around it by coming up with these concepts of trying to get out of the work. But you volunteered for it. You can't get out. You got to work until you die too. So they'll go into government assistance. They'll try to reach for their 401k and they'll get a penalty. They'll do some crafty things to get out of the work. Yeah, remote work, quiet quit. They'll say, I'm done with this. Some of them even pursue marriage late. I'm going to get married. Then when they get married, they quiet quit. They get laid off. So we are seeing this now. But men typically can't get away with that. 50, 60, 55, 60. No, sir. You're going to be working. I see men 65 and 70 grinding. And some men that are in labor jobs, 65, 70 out there climbing ladders. Like, wow. That's labor. You don't see 70-year-old women climbing a fucking ladder. You don't see them doing no wild, wicked, crazy ass shit like that. You don't see them doing jobs that they did for 40 years. Still doing it. Still showing up. You don't see them trying to be CEO at 70, although you will see a few. Those are outliers. You don't see them like at 70 trying to be CEO and hold on to the company like Vince McMahon. You don't see them doing that. So what do? They're trying to get out of that. They're trying to get out of that labor. As the reason why is they're not built for it. They're not built for it. They can't. Their bodies aren't built for it. Their shoulders aren't built for it. It's not in their cards for them to pursue that. And in fact, it may have been a mistake for them to pursue it to begin with. As we see, we've been in all kind of problems trying to maintain relationships and go into labor and produce children as a result, right? Because there's always trade-offs. Women working, but we produce less children. We have an economy that makes people decide to have a family or not. So congratulations, you're doing it, but it makes it difficult for us to keep having what we had. We have to give up something, aka sacrifice. We always have to sacrifice something, and people want solutions without sacrifice. Right? Coach, he don't have solutions. What are you willing to sacrifice? I don't want to sacrifice anything. Okay, man, go take a flying fucking leap. I can't solve anything if you're not willing to sacrifice. You're not even willing, sir, to sacrifice a raggedy bitch in your life. And you want me to solve for your goofy ass life. And you got raggedy bitches in your life. Like, bruh, why don't you, the first sacrifice is her. Drop her ass off before she ruins your life, because she will. It's just mind-boggling is the mindset of the goofies out here. Let me get to these super chats, and I got to get to the main event. Let me see what we got here. I got somebody coming through in about 30 minutes. Shout out to our brother Stiliano, says Happy New Year. CGA, appreciate you. We gonna go hard, pause, in 2025. Shout out to Joshua Moon, says 2025 already started off bad. The NWO going crazy. Oh, you already knew that was gonna happen. I always told you. What do I always tell you? New world order. Right after the holidays, the shit gets back started. Because you know, whether you want to call them the powers that be or the NWO, they don't do shit right up upon, really, they do like the Christmas break, a week before Christmas, and then the week after Christmas, it's going to be quiet. They all have probably somewhat agreed in some bloodletting, nanny goat, sacrifice, kissing shit to not do anything during those times. That is a time sacred to a lot of people around the world. So they tend to not do shit. But then right after Christmas, here come the bullshit. They back at work. The devil gets back to work. And I've seen this for many years. If you think about it, when was the Desert Shield War declared? On Martin Luther King's birthday in January. Right? January 18th or 19th and what? 19 and 90 something. What was that? 92, 91? I can't remember. All right. It was right after the fucking holidays. It was like, all right, everybody good. Everybody had their fun. You got your fucking presents. All right, declare war. New world order. Oh, it's coming, man. It's coming. The bullshit coming. So, yeah, 91. There's a storm in the house. But they wait until all that's over, and y'all be like, damn, everything going good. We're going to have a new year. Kobe Bryant dies in a helicopter crash. You're like, oh, shit. Then they're like, COVID's coming across the ocean. Oh, no. Like, oh, now what's gonna happen? I don't know. It's coming. No, you better. It'll be okay. Oh, no, it's not okay. Okay, shit. So all of that happens really after the holidays. So you guys think it's gonna be a new year? It's gonna be great, and then they wake back up. They're like, let's get back to work. And they start kissing the nanny goat. Right, anyway. New world order. Just pay attention. Shout out to Josh Moon says focus and grind in 2025 or prepare to be cooked like hot fish grease. Fish grease. It's going to be cooked out here. And you got to be able to program all of this bullshit in your grind. All right, because there's going to be BS. Shout out to the Pimped Out Platypus. Says, Coach, used to roast Columbus, Ohio all the time. That ish was hilarious. I remember you talking about having a 100K subscriber party in Columbus. I was going to then COVID. Yeah, man. Shout out to D Weezy with the co-sponsorship. Appreciate you, brother. D Weezy in the building. All right. Shout out to our brother NGN for the meetups. You should make it required to show proof that you have at least 20K in the bank to filter out the brokies and to establish a standard for the after pill. Plus, you'll feel safer doing the tour knowing that the people coming to see you aren't midgets. Thoughts? Yep. Well, that sounds good, but I just want to make sure nobody says, get your hand out of my pocket. All right, but you know these Mitch ninjas gonna come. I don't know. But, you know, like I said, patrons, all the people on Patreon and locals will get the invitations first. They'll get the information before anybody else does. So then it might be sold out. Easy Breezy. Easy Breezy 2 says, I thought you condone long distance relationships for the purpose of having children. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, no, I see what you're saying. Long distance to have children. I'm definitely on that path. I have 2 women who I'm vetting extensively to bear children overseas. Definitely not bringing them to the U.S., though. Yes, that's a little different scenario. I'm talking about ninjas in love overseas. All right, but if you just have a business arrangement with some woman in Dominican Republic, that's a little different. Because if you're away from her, I don't know. That ain't no regular relationship. Pearl LeGrand says, I don't understand why guys openly flail their tactics and swords around, especially in front of women, like they aren't listening. I.e., that bot earlier that said, this is the lowest maintenance girl he's ever had. Why would he say that in front of her? For sure, man. Yeah, that's true. Right? I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know what. I think men are the problem in many ways. Namely because 2 things that we use are ego, and we also use this she's different philosophy. So what we'll do in the process of that is we'll start telling everybody, I keep my hoes in check, ego. Number 2, she different. So then you tell the world, hey, I got a different one and she different. And the reason why she's different is because of me, ego. And then you end up looking stupid. Like, give it some time. You're going to end up looking dumb. You're going to end up looking dumb because both of those things are going to get fractured the minute time is put up onto those things. So ego, the male ego, especially in this space, is to be like, okay, let's say this. How many guys have never had a fucked up relationship? How many? How many guys? I've never had a problem with women. I always had success with women. I ain't never failed. How many? Raise your hand. A woman never got over on me. I always, where y'all at? Number 1, if you say me, I never had bad relationship, I don't even know how you even listening to me. Why are you even here? Why are you even here? All right. I'm surprised you don't have anything better to do. Like the girl that you never had shit on you. That's number 1. Number 2, every woman you've been with have showed and demonstrated that they could be that girl at any time. Right. So she was one way and then she was another way. This is just natural. Okay. Hold on for a second. Let me make sure. All right. Hold on for a second. My brother here. Let me see here. Give me a second. Oh, shit. All right. So anyway, every woman has shown that they can pivot and change like the weather. Like that's the epitome of what women do. It doesn't make them bad. It just makes them that they change their mind. Right? They change their mind and they can change their mind in the direction of the entire relationship at the drop of a hat. And now you're stuck with that, trying to figure out how to deal with that. So men have to understand that that's going to happen to them. But thinking it's not going to happen, she different and she going to change, she ain't going to switch up on you, is crazy. Pearl Grand Coach, I beg you, for the sake of your life, set up here in the United States, please do not take that trip to Thailand or the Philippines, because we know you will not come back and say F America. Hashtag Ling Ling Heaven. New nickname, the Ling Ling King. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm the Ling Ling King. All right, yeah. I might not come back. Even the Asian women that know me know I ain't coming back. NGN, there's a video on your locals about a married guy that hasn't touched his wife at all physically, not even a hug, for 24 years. When did men start having no respect and call it being a man? By the way, can you see locals post in Brazil? No. I mean, I can see it on my phone, but it's not ideal. So I'm waiting to catch up with locals when I get back home, because I'm pretty sure there's some great stuff on there. Okay, let me got a couple more. And let's see here. Monk, let me see if I can say your name. Monk, D-A-N. Howdy, Coach. I ended 2024 with 3 years in monk mode, earning my first 6 figures, now debt-free at 40, while living in the snowy mountains of northern Wyoming. Your last 2024 stream has inspired me to not be Ted Kaczynski. Shout out to the Godfather, Monk Abel, returns to Eden. Free agent lifestyle for life. Shout out to you in northern Wyoming. And let me just say this. I got to ring the bell 3 times. That's a triple sponsorship.
I'm rich, bitch.
Congratulations.
I'm rich, bitch.
One more time.
I'm rich, bitch.
These are the things that are going to lead you. You taking a raggedy bitch into 2025 and you still in debt. You still ain't got to where you need to go. You still ain't jumped on the airplane. This is what we want you to do. Big ups to you. Continue your success in 2025. Don't spoil it now. You made too many sacrifices to be here. So let's keep it going. And shout out to you, man, for that triple sponsorship. All right, my brother's sponsoring triple time, man. When men win, they just can do this. All right, I couldn't pay that much. All right, because you can't. It's okay. I want you to be able to. The Punch Travel channel. Hi, Coach. I'm not sure if you had a money mindset this past Sunday. I did. Did I put the replay up? He says, I missed it. Props to you for your IG post on bringing in the new year in Rio. Please contact the brother in Rio for more of a cultural, historical experience out there. Peace and blessings. Thank you, sir. I'm on my last full day, so I'm going to miss it. I wish I would have had access to him a little bit earlier. 2 more. Denaro Trancolo says, Coach, you said something really profound the other day. Gentlemen, you are combating years of programming, combating relatives in their ear, and downright rebellion. The rest of your days are to be enjoyed. Accept reality and take charge of your life. Accept reality and take charge of your life. We only got what's real in front of us. Some of you guys have possible good relationships in your future. All right. I hope you do. I wouldn't bet on it, but it is what it is. I accept it. Accept your reality, man. Accept what is real. Blue Baggins says, Blue Baggins, you were speaking facts, Coach. Men will work for 20 to 30 years at a company, retire, leave and start a whole new career or a business in the same field. This is a huge amount of subcontractors I work with. Meanwhile, these bitches just want to sleep at 35 and 40. He says, boss babe activities caught up, and they also want to go on vacations and have parties, right? So it's hard for women to be quite, headstrong, their head down, and, they have the relationship and they have the income they want and they have the career they want, and they could just, put all that emphasis into their career, right? This is why we're hearing this soft girl shit. But yes, I know people and men that retire, and I knew a dude that retired. He started a whole new company, and it was 10 times more successful than the company he had that he retired from. I was like flabbergasted. He said, I'm making millions now. I was like, damn, you're going to die, though. All right, but anyway.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yep. There are stories like that where guys at 62, they retired. They was like, oh shit. Let me start this business. And then boom, it went crazy. But look, shout out to you, man. Yep. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Yeah, that's how it works. But I don't see that in the cards for most women. When I say women don't do this, please don't pull up a CEO of Yahoo or the CEO of YouTube and tell me, nah, that ain't true. I'm like, bruh, that's one woman. Show me that is the norm for women. But anyway, it's the main event because this brother I got a main event topic here because I got to be done here in about 15 minutes. But let's see if I can get through it. Soft girl era. Is it entitlement or do women actually deserve the soft life? Let's tell you what the soft life is first for people that don't know. This popped up in 2020, 2019. It got popular in 2021. I talked about it. It says the soft girl era is a lifestyle and fashion trend that became popular amongst young women in the mid to late 2019s, especially with TikTok. The soft girl aesthetic characterized by a feminine look, a girly girl attitude, and focused on self-care. This is definitely a pivot away from the feminist propaganda that they've ingested for many decades. The soft girl era is also a time that women choose to surround themselves with kind and supportive people or to live a life of peace and happiness, which is unattainable for most people. Like, I live a peace, quiet, and freedom life, but I still deal with bullshit. And this says prioritizing self-care, embracing femininity, setting boundaries, Pilates. The soft girl era has also been described as a time where women are becoming more in tune with their natural desire and choose to build a simple life. You don't hear about family. Our natural desire as feminine. Right there. We're going to be feminine, but they're not going to be mothers and bring kids in and shit like that. Nope. They're just going to live this simple, soft life somewhere else. We do have articles that we featured before related to this. Let me pull this up just as a means to set up the clip. The soft girl revolution, how young women are rejecting girl boss culture for a life of leisure, traveling, right? The life of leisure, traveling, having vacations, and, all propped up by sugar daddy, because somebody's got to pay for this shit. We already know, and we're going to figure out who's going to pay for it. Trying to hustle your way up the corporate ladder for some young women is so last decade. Now they aspire to spend their days perfecting their Pilates form, tending to their skin, and relishing traditional homemaking tasks. But is this movement a defiant act of self-actualization or a backward slide into patriarchal norms? All right, so there's an article there. We're not going to read it, but there it is right there. Oh, we're going back to tradition, the patriarchy? Yeah, but, well, the only way they could do this and not slide back into patriarchy is sell some pussy. I mean, that's the reality of that. So we're going to hear that, by the way. Yeah, we're going to hear that. We're going to hear that. So we also have this article right here that says op-ed opinion. It says right here, opinion editorial. I'm going to just say it. I'm sort of starting to regret my soft girl era. All right. One writer gets candid about the financial pitfalls of overcorrective self-care. What happened? Oh, I didn't have the money. All right. I just, that soft girl era was something, but I was out of money right here. So anybody got any extra monies out here? Where's my sound effect right here?
I got money.
The financial pitfalls. What happens? Somebody's got to afford it. You can't live a life of leisure in your 20s and 30s and fucking not go to work. Right? Oh, what happened? Who's going to pay for all this? Sugar daddy's going to pay for it. God damn.
Okay, daddy.
Right? And women don't really have discretionary income. They typically don't have $1,000 to their name. So in order for them to keep this up and pay rent and all of these things and not go into tremendous debt or face evictions, or they got to sell some punani, or they need a sponsor, and they might do some things. So let's get to this. This is EVE, the rapper Eve, talking about her and her soft girl life. Let me see here. Please let me play the clip. All right. It looks like the damn clip then went to something else. Let me see if I can go back. I'm going to refresh the page, because the clip done went to something else. I wanted her to talk about it. All right, you guys know Eve, the rapper Eve from the Rough Riders. Well, she met an old rich white guy, European guy, and his ass put her on. So there was a recent picture that went viral of her in her Christmas party, and she the only anything black woman in the picture with a whole bunch of Count Dracula looking motherfuckers. Transylvania Count Chocula motherfuckers. All right, so this is Eve, the slutty rapper from back in the day. All right, here we go right here.
Love how people are like talking about this soft life thing, but it's like we can have that. It's what we curate for ourselves, and it's even more so important because I have a kid. Like, you know, I want to spend time with my kid. I want him to be a kid. I want him to have the opportunities, like we all do, to do the things that I didn't get a chance to do. Like, if that is going to the countryside and seeing some animals on the weekend, that's amazing. Like, we were at a farm 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, listen, I'm this chick from Philly, this girl from Philly. I still sometimes I'm like, wow, I live in London. Like, what the hell? You know.
Is that her family? That's not her family. Where's she at in that picture? All right, that might be her husband. I don't know what that is.
But it's also, I feel incredibly grateful that, yeah, it's about the life you curate. I do truly believe that is what you want. You know, what's important to you. And for me, my peace is so important.
All right. So, sorry. So we know that, you know, she might be a catalyst for a lot of women. I want to live that life too, girl. Girl, I want my peace. I want but you're not going to, you got to marry a billionaire. All right. Not a lot of these women have access to a billionaire. So how that's going to work? And if you do, you're going to be a concubine at best. You might not be able to marry up. So whatever Eve did to marry up to get her soft life, I don't think the rest of these girls are going to be able to get it. And as a result, as you can see right here, this is the article in 2020 that I made fun of going into my book, The Evolution, being released, is that there are now more women in the workplace than ever before. This is actually updated in July 7, 2023. The labor force participation rate for women in their prime working age, not old broads, not young teenagers, has hit an all-time high in June, reaching 77.8%, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Data released Friday as part of the monthly YAB report. The overall prime age employment to population ratio continued to rise, hitting 80.9%, the highest level since 2001. Among women, it reached to 75.3%, the highest on record. Okay, meaning it says right here, June was the third consecutive month that the participation rate for women between age 25 and 54. What did I say? 55? What did I tell you? CGA knows what he's talking about. 25 to 54 has set a record high. Women's labor participation has rebounded from the pandemic sheet session and returned to its pre-pandemic form of making progressively historic labor market gains. All right, so essentially what they're saying is 77% of women in their fertile years of 25 and then their menopausal years of 54 are working. They're expected to work. They don't have any other option to work, and it is what it is. The women that aren't working, they may have disability, mental health issues, or they might be trophy wives, stay-at-home wives, or stay-at-home moms, or some shit like this. All right, but we're really looking at a small percentage of women that are not going to be in this condition. All right, this is our world. And by the way, 60 years ago, this number was as low as 40%. So where are you going to get these women that are not going to need to work? That's the question. Is this just laziness? Is this just a shift? Is this entitlement to live a luxury lifestyle? For African-American women, your numbers are definitely higher than 70%. So the majority of y'all gonna work, and you have worked. So where did these people get off saying this?
Define soft life.
Soft life is ease. A nice, easy life. Like everything's easy. Everything is being taken care of, and I really don't have to do it. If I want to work, I can, but I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Like it's being presented to me.
It's being presented to me. I want to work, but I don't have to work. AKA, I've heard silly shit like this from a lot of women in my days. You know, our money is Our money, your money is our money, but my money is my money. Or I can live with you and then work my business, build up some money over here, and they'll start a whole nother business. They forgot the part where they divorce you or break up with you. And they've been socking away money. Meanwhile, leave your ass high and dry in debt. Divorce grape you, the kingdom come. And they'll walk off. In their mind, this makes sense. Also, what makes sense? You're just going to give them a stay-at-home girlfriend's life. And she's going to come over like that other Asian woman earlier. I'll cook for you if you buy me Hello Kitty stickers. Men fall for this shit. Right? In their world, this exists. Why? I'm pretty. I'm young. Give me. Like, what? And then don't let them get older with this shit. I've heard this. You know, if somebody just paid my rent and my car note and my car insurance and my grocery bill, I can handle the rest. Huh? Like, what?
Okay, daddy.
You know, if they just took those stresses off my plate, you know, I could actually start saving money and paying down my debt. Oh, shit. Okay. I've never heard a man say that. I've never heard one man say, if I could find well, I've heard some goofy ass ninjas say this. If I could find a woman that could just pay my bills and my rent and car note, I actually would not be as stressed, and I actually could focus on my job and stack some money. Like, what? Hold up for a second. Like, hold up. Where's Mario at? Give me Mario. Yeah, Pookie says shit like this. Guys think they're going to do this when you're in your 20s. I'm going to do this. I'm going to find a girl to live off of, and we're going to live off of child support and alimony. Yeah, but what happens when you're 40? What happens when you don't have Social Security, you dumb ninja? What happens when she dumps you, which she will? But I've heard people say this. All right, is this entitlement? Do they deserve this? Again, let's see what this guy's going to say. Chase Green is his name. Let's see what he has to say about this.
To receive.
When I hear women talk about soft life, I oftentimes get disgusted because it just seems like they don't want, you don't want to be a teammate, you don't want to be a partner, you want to be a companion. Like, you know what I'm saying? A companion, like you just here to kick it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done did everything. So I done took all the risks, I done made all the investment, and you want to eat. Like,
pretty much. So we don't have a relationship. We don't even have a partnership. We just a companion. Give me Hello Kitty stickers. I cook for you. And they try to stretch this shit out. And they'll go from guy to guy to guy and try to reach this. Like, this is a goal for many of these women. We don't know how many, but we know 47% of women do date hypergamously, that they admit to it. 47%. So we're seeing, even in the monetized dating marketplace, this is an example of the dating marketplace being monetized, the soft girl era, or the soft era, where the woman is like, I just want to be peaceful and shop and live luxury and go to Pilates, like a white stay-at-home wife has figured out. Right? But what did she have to sacrifice? Her body. She had to give him 5 children. Right? She had to give up feminism. And for now, she maybe had to sign a prenup. She had to get rid of this mindset of, you know, this whole I'm independent, you can't tell me shit type deal. But she sees women living like that. She sees Eve living like that. And she don't want to go marry a 70-year-old white guy from Transylvania, Count Chocula. She wants a handsome, tall, athletic baller type shit. And you're like, what? And so this guy's like, I'm just going to let you come in, soak up all the sun, leave me high and dry. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, they want to be housewives of Orange County and shit like that. Like, bruh, like, you know, those women are really very difficult to deal with. All right. I lived in Orange County for many years. That was the, you know, I've trained a lot of women like this. They are a different breed. And although you might think their husbands are simps, which in some case they may be, but I've seen a couple of these husbands put these women in check. Like check and motherfucking mate. And like that, and it was like done like, it wasn't like no pimp hand. It wasn't like no shut up, bitch. It was like, okay, you've said enough. You're done. Like, don't say nothing else. Say something else. Like, it was like that. And then I looked over, and that bitch was mum is the word. Cat got her throat. What is it? Cat got your throat? Ninja, that bitch was on shut up mode. Like, Because she went back and forth a couple times when I was sitting there looking at this shit like serve volley. And then he got to saying, don't say another word. Say something else. And she went. Cat got her tongue. I was like, damn.
Shut up.
And he didn't even have to pull pimp hand, nothing. But he looked back at her like, and she didn't say shit. I was like, I was like, oh, okay. All right. Yeah, nigga. All right. Yeah. But it didn't no yelling or nothing. All right. He was like, I'm done. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't want to do that. You want to still be able to chew him out and tell him where he can't fuck girls while he in Brazil. All right. But she sure did shut the fuck up. I was like, yeah, she don't want to lose this spot. All right. Real quick. All right. But anyway, this is the sad reality that a lot of people have. They still want the leverage of feminism. They still want what they call is it the Schroeder's feminism, where they're a victim and also they're empowered at the same time, right? They want the empowerment to be able to get a life like this, but then they want to be the victim when they got to be held in check.
And you know what I'm saying? And if we were, because you have business, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like if you would let me partner in your business where you pay for everything, you take all the risk, and then I'm like, yeah, but when you hit though, it's ours. It's ours.
And you live your soft life.
At me crazy, like, you know.
And look at this. Look, I had a young lady once say this to me. She was like, "Oh yeah," because I hit her with the whole. She was like trying to move up in the roster. I was like, okay, and I hit her with the whole deposit this in your bank account, and she was like, "Why?" I was like, go take this and have your human resources deposit your money into my bank account. She was like, I don't get it. She's like, that's not fair. That's like a slave. That's like a pimp. And I was like, okay, so what are you doing when I do that to you? So when you do that to me, again, we saw the double standard. When I'm paying for you to be able to afford this, I'm basically taking money and I'm putting it and investing it into you. But you're not going to put it back in them. You're not going to put a dime back into me. And she was like, no, you can't control that money. That's my money. And I was like, nigga, like, dude, and this is a 25-year-old woman. Again, I told you, they will have all of these things and they will just find the right mark. They'll find the right mark and the right mark goes for it. You know, if you could just pay my rent and my bills, I'll be stress-free and I can make money and then pay off my debts. I can sock money away and then invest it into a business. Oh, does it have my name on it? Oh, no, that's my business. That's not your business. They literally be serious about this shit. And you're like, wow. Wow. Mine, it's mine. But the rest of the money is ours. We're just using that to leverage. That's called a stepping stone. You're using the man as a stepping stone. Eventually, if you get up, what's the chances that you stick around? Slim to none, and Slim just died. So this is what she's doing. And take a look at her face as this brother saying this to her. At first, she was like, what do you mean? Like, why would you? She thinks it makes sense. Like, wow. She literally is like stunned, like, huh? Why can't I have that? I deserve. And all they have to do is find the right mark. They find the right mark, AKA when I tell you, man, men are in love, women are in business. This is an example right here. And I don't want to hear, oh, I'm not like that, coach. I don't want to hear any woman saying any of this shit. Dude, you all are like this in a way or two. Even stay-at-home moms, you're doing the same thing. And then what'll happen is the stay-at-home mom will say, well, I don't want to be out here just raising these kids all by myself. I feel like a married single mother. And then what do? Well, I just want to go back to work. And they'll go to work. They'll start drawing money. And then you be like, oh, okay, take some of that money and you can pay some of these bills. They'd be like, nope. They'll be like, why should I use my money to pay some of the bills? You're like, bitch, because you're working for the house. You're not working for yourself. But she's like, but I earn that money. You be like, this is my money. You can't take my money away. I'm like, you've been living off me for 5 years. You've been literally living off of me and my money for 5 years. Now you get a little bit of money and now you don't want to pay into the... Yo, they wild, and guess what? It's too late. You married to them. They just are different thinkers. They can't understand normal thinking. They can't understand normal thinking. I'll say it again. And if you can put it together, please do not write it in the chat. They can't understand normal thinking. In their world, look at her. She like Merp. And of course, now she's shut down and she's like, whatever, I'll just find the right mark. I'll just find the right mark. The men that don't understand that you're going to go through this with the girl you love, and if you're already married to her, bruh, you cooked. You're cooked. In their world, this makes sense. Merp. They think they're doing you a favor, opening their legs up a couple times a month and cooking for you. Well, I cook for you. Okay, bitch, I got to hire somebody way cheaper. Well, I open my legs to you. I could have gave anybody to open their legs. Now I'm stuck with me being a slave to you. And all they'll say is, yeah, I'm not going to be your slave.
I'm saying, so just that proposition, like that proposal to me, be like, yeah, I want a soft life.
Yeah,
like, I don't understand why any man would look at that and be like, cool.
Well, I've experienced,
like, you know what I'm saying? And then how you making my life soft? Or am I supposed to have the hard life so you can have the soft life?
Facts. Remember, we just talked about that. So you got the soft life, but I'm grinding. I got the hard life. So wait, in your world, that makes sense. I'm just grinding and thugging it out. Well, you're a man. That's what the man's supposed to do. Okay, bitch, what you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Well, I cook or clean and open my legs. These people are insane, man. And dude, I'm telling you, this is 80% of American women right now, Western women that are in this group. Bro, 80, 90% of them think like this. You're not going to get many that think differently. And older women, sit down, please. Older women, shut up. I don't want to hear no 42-year-old woman talk about, not me, coach. You already cooked. You already not even a viable candidate for mating or fucking anything. Soft life, pregnancy. You're not even a... I don't want to hear no old broad come on here talking. You're not even a viable mate candidate at this point. All right, so you struggling to be a mate candidate for any goddamn relationship, let alone a soft girl, a hard girl.
Define soft life.
Soft life is ease. A nice, easy life. Like everything's easy. Everything is being taken care of. And I really don't have to do it. If I want to work, I can, but I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Like it's being presented to me to receive.
When I hear women talk about soft life, I oftentimes get disgusted because it just seems like they don't want, you don't want to be a teammate. You don't want to be a partner. You want to be a companion. Like, you know what I'm saying? A companion, like you just here to kick it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done did everything. So I done took all the risks. I done made all the investment and you want to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if we were, because you have business, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like if you would let me partner in your business where you pay for everything, you take all the risk. And then I'm like, yes, but when you hit though, it's ours. It's ours.
And you live your soft
look
life.
at me crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just that proposition, like that proposal to me, be like, yeah, I want a soft life.
Yeah,
like, I don't understand why any man would look at that and be like, cool.
Well, I've experienced,
like, you know what I'm saying? And then how you making my life soft? Or am I supposed to have the hard life so you can have the soft life?
You notice she was going to say something that a lot of my critics say. Well, I've experienced it. Coach, I had a girl in check. Coach, I built a business with a woman before. Okay, where's she at now? She was about to say that. Well, I've experienced men that'll do that. Where he at now? Right? Just because you do, I've experienced all the things, even some of the things I talk against. I've experienced it. But experiencing it doesn't mean you can do it. It means you did it, but it wasn't sustainable. I've experienced men taking care of me in a soft life. Where is he at? He found out who you were and he dumped your ass. All right. Pretty easy.
Gotcha, bitch.
Okay. Don't tell me you experienced this so it's possible. Are you experiencing it? If she would have said, oh, no, what the fuck you talking about? I got a guy I'm doing that with right now, and we've been doing it for 10 years. That would have been a whole different story. That would have been a whole different story. If she would have said, oh, no, what the fuck you talking about? I got a guy I'm doing that with right now, and we've been doing it for 10 years. That would have been a whole different story. That would have been a whole different story. I got one right now, and all my friends got one. What? Shit, I see 50 ladies right now that got one. We got a group that get together and meet at motherfucking Pig and Whistle every week, and it's 50 of us. We got a whole group, but she
Straight jacket.
All right, anyway, absolutely insane. I've experienced men that'll do it, and he was with you for 10 weeks, and after he didn't probed every hole in your body, he dumped you.
Straight jacket.
All right. And I bet you he was married to another woman. This is like, that's what she was going to use. I've experienced a lot of men that's willing to do it for a period of time. And then he probes your body and dumps you. And he realizes you're a sack of shit and a parasite. And he gets rid of you. And then you got to go find another one. All right. And by the way, black people need to get off of this mindset. Y'all ain't getting it. You're not getting any of this. Y'all Negroes going to work, you slaves. All right, slave women, you're going to work. Get to mammying or something. This is insane. All right, we got some brothers here. Jay Flo says, showing receipts has grown your haters club. Salute to you, coaches. Safe travels. Coach gang in the building. I told you that they was going to hate my life. Once I started living the free agent lifestyle, I'm like, they going to hate it. They going to hate it. But the poor have been made into slaves. Shout out to the contractor, says, Happy New Year, coach. He says, God bless you and keep that fire on you 100%. Leo K says, hey, coach, I completely agree with Prola Grand. Going to Southeast Asia feels like taking the RP for the first time. Once you've experienced it, adjusting back to life in the West can be quite challenging. Have a safe trip back to the bunker. I think you meant. Shout out to you. I understand that. All right, I might not come back. DGC Moore, blessings, coach. Brazil is a good look for you. All the best to you in 2025. It appears to me that New Orleans is a good example of the barbarians breaching the gates. This is what do Joe Biden got us. I told you to do Biden. No student loan either. He says, save ourselves or be self-sufficient. Shout out to you, and that's a sponsorship. Shout out to you. Save yourself, be self-sufficient.
I'm rich, bitch.
Right? Save yourself and be self-sufficient. My brother Sparkwater said, you're not supposed to enjoy, you're not supposed to be enjoying life and then just, hey man, you know, when men in general start enjoying their lives, women first will tell you you're not doing it right. Not all women, because I had a lot of women. Anytime I start showing life off, some women be like, man, you living life, right? That means they want to be a part of it. But when men start living outside of just being a utility to women, they do not like it. They hate that shit. They hate that. Be out here and enjoying your life. You need to be out here being a goddamn utility to somebody. You need to be doing that, and then the men will hate. Oh, nigga, think you doing something when you out here, you know. Like, they cannot take a man. But look, was you there when I was sacrificing risk, homeless, getting sued? Was you out here when I was trying to pivot? Was you out here when I was starting a business, eating plates of shit? When you was out here, was you out here when I was getting demonetized 14 times? Was you out here when I was in court every year, except the year 2020 with my goofy ass ex? You didn't go through none of the fire. Through the fire. Y'all didn't go through none of the pain. You lived your boring life. You didn't fucking become a free agent. Was you out here when I was on a 6-month no pussy streak? Right? When I was just grinding, okay, 6 months, no pussy. All right. No, you was out there having a party, drinking, smoking. You was out there fucking fat bitches. You was out there having a party, drinking 40s and pouring out liquor. You was out there smoking up all the weed. You didn't sacrifice. You didn't do nothing. You didn't pivot, did nothing. You didn't make a move for 5-7 years watching me making moves. And now you mad. Right? You was going to parties, bitches going to brunch and girls' nights out. Yo punk ass going to the club every weekend, talking about you got the mouthpiece. You didn't do shit. You kept doing the same shit, watching me. And now when I start breaking away, they're just like, nah, nigga got to get back in here. But I was the one made all the sacrifices and the risks. So I deserve the motherfucking rewards too. Cody Draper says, Coach, men should have a say in society because we survive and die in war. Plus, men should let women live out the consequences and repercussions. I believe so. And we're seeing it. A lot of men are doing that. They're like abstaining, like we don't. And he says, Coach, men and women should earn certain things in life besides the basics in life. Nobody deserves anything. Men don't pay off women's debts, but I think you're giving instruction now. Men don't pay off women's debts because they dip on you once they do. Yes, you do. Once you pay off a woman's debt, she's good as done. All right. And that's natural, by the way. That's a natural feeling. She's going to dip on you because much of the reason she's with you is because there's a debt. And that goes for anybody, relatives. Much of the reason why they're with you is because you're both trapped to that debt. Now, when that debt goes away, you pay off your mortgage. You pay off her student loans. You give her titty implants, right? You give her a tummy tuck, mommy makeover, BBL. You pay off her credit card debt. You save her from eviction. She gonna skedaddle. There's a 9. By the way, this is proven by some data. The Pareto principle proves this, that it doesn't matter who the person is, but typically women, but men, the people who lose weight and get excessive weight, lap band surgery, they have like an 80% divorce rate. This is all proven. Now you need anecdotal evidence. You got to see it in your own world. But pay off your fucking house and be married. She gonna dip on you and keep that house. So this happens almost all the time. I mean, this is almost a certainty. Remodeling homes. You remodel a home, increase your chances of divorce. All right, but much of the reason why she's staying is because you're helping pay monthly this obligation. You're helping her chip away. And then you're prioritizing chipping away at her debt. And then you're even bankrupting yourself. So you're like, her student loan matters more than your student loan. So you start putting more money away, Dave Ramsey style, chipping away at hers. Then when you start knocking hers down, she dips on you. And then you're like, okay, let's knock my debt down. She'd be like, nope. Yo, shout out to our brother here. We got a couple more. NGN says soft girl life for women is the man version of I want a woman who's a 10, a virgin, loves me for me, but comes from a good family and doesn't care about money. He says it's funny how most men want to own women, but lack the funds and power to provide for them, like their job or the government. Yeah, most men want to control a woman. You ain't got the resources. You ain't got the resources. Is she going to dip? Hey, it's only so much dick you can give her. Offset, Coach, a few years back, my girl said the same thing. My money is my money and your money is my money. I told her we should break up now. She said, why? I told her I don't need anyone with a loser mentality around me because if I said it, you would see me as a loser. Indeed. That's when they start pulling out where you're a man. You're a man, so you're supposed to want to go out and work and pay for my shit. It's sick insanity. And shout out to our brother Stephen Morgan says 70% of problems women bring up in relationships are unsolvable. That is John Gottman. Shout out to you. Yes. And by the way, if you're a lady watching me, please understand that, most of the problems you bring up have no solution. So thus, we're wasting our time. We can either agree to disagree or move the fuck on. The proof in that is if the problem had a solution, well, if the problem was solvable, the only way you solve it is by leaving the guy. You open yourself up with a whole bunch of problems, right? My guy won't pay half the rent. All right, I refuse to give my man half the rent. He should be paying the whole rent. And she'll leave. And I'm like, now, bitch, you got to pay the whole rent at your new place.
Straight jacket.
Or my man want me to wash clothes and cook. Okay, and so you leave him. When you go where you're going to be washing clothes and cooking.
Straight jacket.
Right? Am I lying? You don't solve the problem. The problem don't go away. You just get rid of the other person you didn't want to do shit for, that you wanted to leech over, that you wanted to take advantage. Now you somewhere paying full rent.
Straight jacket.
Okay, go ahead. Because now your wife leaves you. She's like, I wasn't going to cook and clean for him. Well, bitch, what you going to do when I'm not there? You're going to cook and clean.
Straight jacket.
Goofy. And you're going to do it on less money because I'm not going to be there. So now you got to rate me for child support and alimony to get a percentage of what you could have got if you would have just acted right, you goofy broad. But shout out to Gennaro Tranquillo, says, gentlemen, all they want is an unfair deal, and they know it. He says, pay for what you want and keep it moving. Keep on moving. Don't stop doing it. Shout out to the Coach Gang. I got to get out of here, man. And peace.
Vibe blowing up the J, got the loud jumping up the pay. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the band jumping up the bay. Vibe blowing up my J, got the loud jumping up the pay. Everything I'm on slack.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy?